What's going on, guilty guys and gals, and welcome back to Straw. Today we're going to play through the investigation segment so we can get up to the class trial for next time. My biggest suspect so far in the murder of our fair Kokoro, it's going to have to be Emma. And I know that's a little bit heartless, but when I'm thinking of people that the ever cautious Kokoro would let into her room, because she had to have let somebody in. Once they had the remote to her room, they could do whatever they wanted from wherever, assumedly. But they'd have to get in to get the remote first. So either they stole it while they were on a visit, or Kokoro let them in at a different time. And the only person I can think of who she would let in at a different time would be Emma to do, as she said, she'll just nag me until I let her in anyway, right? So yeah, that's my thoughts. We'll see if this confirms or denies with the investigation here. Well then, let's start the investigation.
Everyone, could I have a moment? I want to request someone to guard the body again.
Would 3 people be fine again?
No, I think 2 would be enough. This room's quite small anyways. To be honest, I requested 3 last time since Hajime was being so suspicious. Then I'll guard the scene this time. And I'd like the other person to be a girl as well. I want to investigate the body, along with guarding the scene and all. Then, why don't I do the favor? I won't be of much help anyways.
Holy Roha.
Yuruko, a bit unreliable, but I guess you'll do.
Ugh. Yuck.
Thank you. Now let's start the investigation. Come on, sis.
Isn't Kanade acting a bit weird? Was she always like this? She switches up a lot. Don't worry about it, Teruya. It's fine. I don't think it's fine. Where to start? It's pretty hard to pick a starting spot, just like last time. I can't just stand here doing nothing. I can't die here memoryless and alone. You're not alone, we're all here. Where to start? It's pretty hard to pick a starting... You already said that. You already said that.
Sora, how about reading the monochrome file first? I have it.
You're right. Can you do me a favor?
Here you go.
I feel like maybe this is a bit of weird translation going on here, because that didn't make any damn sense. The victim is Kokoro Mitsume. Time of death is unknown. Place of death is Kokoro Mitsume's room. The psychologist. Both hands and feet have been cut off and missing. And are missing. There's also second, third degree frostbite all over the body, causing necrosis to the cells. That's cell death. Other possible causes of death are destruction of cellular tissues due to hypothermia or frostbite. There may be additional signs. Yikes. I knew right away due to the extremely cold air when I came into this room along with Kokoro's corpse, and as expected, she most likely froze to death. But this monochrome file seems strange.
Sora, what's the matter?
Yuruko, did you read the monochrome file yet?
Yeah, kind of.
Don't you think there's something strange about this file?
Strange? Where?
That Kokoro was wearing slippers all this time and I never knew? It says the time of death is unknown, unlike when Yuri's time of death was clearly stated. Also, the exact cause of death is unknown, since it says possible cause of death. Why are these left so ambiguous?
Now that I think about it, that's true. But the monochrome file only provides basic information, so it'd be better to rely on our own investigation anyway.
I see. I couldn't get this strange feeling out of my mind, but like Yuruko said, it might be better to investigate by ourselves. Let's get a move on, since there's plenty of things to investigate. Yeah, like that fridge. That super important fridge. And Yuki, I have a clue. It's cold in here. That's the clue. I guess we're going to do the body first. It's a decent place to start. Kokoro's corpse is lying down on the bed like a block of ice. Kokoro, who killed you? Would we be able to figure out the culprit without Kokoro's help? No, we can't be in a state of despair. Even without Kokoro, we need to win the class trial. Kokoro, if you'll excuse me, I need to touch around your body. Ah! Kokoro's corpse was frozen. She was only wearing her underclothes. It was an appalling sight, but the culprit may have left some evidence behind. The cause of death is due to freezing, for sure. But since the monochrome mentioned that there may be additional causes, I shouldn't jump to conclusions. In reality, both Kokoro's hands and feet were neatly cut off. It's gross. It's may be the direct cause of death, but nothing's confirmed yet. I'm wondering if the, like, blackened areas around the wounds is because it was, like, soldered? You know what I mean? But I'm guessing it's more likely just due to the freezing. Other than that, there were no identifiable injuries. It's hard to notice other singularities in the first place due to the whole corpse being frozen. Sora, are you investigating Kokoro's corpse? Yes, since I might find some things that could be helpful.
So, did you find anything?
No, not of right now. I have a question, though. Why is Kokoro only wearing her underclothes?
Is it because the culprit did it?
What I'm saying is, why would the culprit take off her clothes in the first place?
Well, there must be some reason.
For the moment, her clothes are under the bed. Maybe it's so that she can freeze as fast as possible? I don't really know.
I really feel sorry for her. I don't want to die like this.
I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not going to let the culprit get off easy. To make Kokoro in a horrible state like this, it's unforgivable. I wish I could cover her with a blanket. Thinking rationally, Shobai's words make sense. There could be evidence found from the corpse. In fact, you're investigating the corpse too, Sora. Right.
By the way, Sora, did you also investigate the bed?
The bed?
Under the bed.
While the Roha and I were investigating around the bed, we found bloodstains. Of course, I saw that. Aren't those from the disconnected hands and feet? No, not that. I'm talking about dry bloodstains.
What?
Dry? It looks like some time has passed for these bloodstains to dry. Its color and texture proves it. So what are those bloodstains? It doesn't seem like it's from the disconnected hands and feet. From the looks of it, the blood from the disconnected sections of hands and feet is from the frozen blood vessels as they started to melt. With this, I can assume that the hands and feet were cut off after Kokoro completely froze. Then these bloodstains are from before freezing Kokoro. Wouldn't it be? Even though I'm not sure, well, I can't figure it out with only this.
Iruko, you're unexpectedly smart.
Well, why do you keep saying it's unexpected for me to use my brains? Can't you see I'm trying my best to figure things out?
Sorry.
I'll make sure to write that down. Thanks, Iruko.
Huh? Well, it's nothing.
Dry bloodstains, Wait. Maybe they had to take her clothes off because they were covered in blood? They could have changed the bed sheets. And there could have still gotten some, like, blood droplets on them. Why they would need to do that, I don't know, but... Sora, how's your progress? I'm still stuck. Me too. We should keep investigating. Right. I wanted to ask you something, Yuki. Ask me? About what? Yuki, you said this morning that Kokoro didn't open her door when you brought her meal last night, correct? Can you give me a recount of that situation? It might help. Sure, if that would help. It's just like I said in the morning. After dinner last night, I suggested it to Emma.
With Emma always leaving first after her meal is over, I haven't had a chance to talk with her, so I suggested going to visit Kokoro together.
My, what a brave move on your part. Are you sure that there weren't any personal feelings involved? Oh, because he wants to go with Emma, I see.
Personal feelings? Emma wasn't in the best shape because of Kokoro, and she was leaving for someone to join her on a visit anyways.
I'm joking. Just go on.
Anyways, so that's how Emma, Teruya, and I went on a visit to give Kokoro her supper. But she didn't answer when we called her, even when we told her Teruya was there. When there was still no answer after multiple tries, we just assumed she was sleeping, so we left the supper in front of her door and left.
It'd be logical to assume she was already dead at that point.
I doubt that. Remember Yuruko's words? The supper we left on her doorstep had been removed that night.
Yuruko?
What? Did someone call me? I was listening for you to say my name, for no reason.
Yuruko, perfect timing. Is it true that the food at Kokoro's doorstep was gone by yesterday night?
Huh? Well, yeah, that's what I saw. I told you that this morning. Come to think of it, it was Yuruko who brought today's morning, right?
Not this again.
If it's okay, could I ask you what you did this morning, then?
We'll go with that.
I mean, I just delivered the food and did my usual stuff. I went with Teruya to deliver breakfast. And when I went there was no answer. So just like Yuki, I left the food there and went straight to the village.
To the village? The village? What for?
I always practice cooking in the morning at the village. I hope that one day we won't have to rely on Mikado's cooking. But the breakfast that Yuruko left is still here untouched on the doorstep. From the clues from the meals, it's almost certain Kokoro died this morning. What's with those eyes? Are you guys suspecting me again?
Not one bit. It's useless to suspect anyone when the trial hasn't even started. Yuki, we need more clues for now. Stop being so quick to jump to conclusions. Oh, that's what he's saying.
You're right. Let's not jump to conclusions.
The only time anyone would be able to enter this room is during the 3 scheduled visits. Excluding just now when we found Kokoro's corpse, the possible times are this morning and yesterday evening. Or sometime in the middle of the night. Yuruko and Yuki's account on those 2 visits might come in handy. I should write them down. The food disappeared. That doesn't mean that Kokoro was live. Anyway, this is a book. Oh. A drum container? What is this doing in Kokoro's room? On a closer look, the drum container is labeled with the letters "Caution, liquid nitrogen." Oh, well, maybe it was fast freezing death then. I thought they turned the air conditioning to an insane amount. Liquid nitrogen. This thing can freeze an object in an instant. After carefully opening the lid and looking inside, I found that it was empty. If it's empty, that means someone used it. It seems like an important clue. Sara, what are you doing? Setsuka, look. I found some more clues. It's liquid nitrogen. The culprit must have used this to freeze Kokoro. Using liquid nitrogen to freeze Koko? Is it not? If they use liquid nitrogen, there must be some traces left somewhere. What do you mean? If they put Koko on the bed and poured liquid nitrogen on her, the sheets on the bed should have been frozen as well. Okay, so maybe the sheets were changed. I was right. But there aren't any frozen traces anywhere, let alone the bed. Only the air is freezing. If they didn't pour it on her, maybe they could have dunked Kokoro into the container and pulled her out? She checked the bathtub. If that's the case, they wouldn't have been able to pull her out. Their hands would have frozen the instant they put her in the container. Put it in the container. Oh, wow. Look, this is the biggest line of text I think I've ever seen in this game. And if they poured it on the floor would have been frozen. And ultimately, the container is empty, right? If they dipped her in, some traces or parts would definitely be left in. So either they changed the bed sheets, or she was taken to some undisclosed location. So that means the culprit didn't use liquid nitrogen? But then why is this... I guess we need to investigate more. But we can't jump to conclusions. After hearing Setsuka's words, it does feel like there are suspicious details yet to be covered about this container. I decided to write it down for now. For some reason, that just tweaked my brain a little bit. What's her name? I can't remember her name, but she's the Crystal X-Man. she's like I think she's one of Magneto's goons, but she's like a superstar as well that can like turn into crystals. I don't remember her name. But Emma kind of reminds me of her looks-wise, so perhaps we have a connection. A refrigerator. Perhaps there's some kind of clue inside here? Nothing special to note. Wait, is this? At first I thought it to be a normal refrigerator, but I soon found some oddities within the structure. The divider's a bit tilted. Hello? There's no text here. What happened? So this divider was removable. I first thought it to be a normal refrigerator, but I soon found some oddity. We already read that. What is happening? This fridge is cursed.
Oh, Sora, you saw that too?
Are you talking about the refrigerator dividers? It does look a bit suspicious, but I doubt it'll be an important clue. Unless they shoved her in the fridge and then poured the liquid nitrogen on her.
No, not that. Don't tell me you missed it. The dying message.
The dying message? I opened the door to search the insides again, but I have no clue about anything resembling the dying message that Kanade had mentioned.
I can't just tell you because I have to look superior to you, so I'm gonna make you go look first.
Oh, there we go. Now we're playing. Where's the dying message?
Sora, you're denser than you look. See the bottom compartment over there?
Are you talking about these icicles?
Yup, the dying message that Kokoro left.
These icicles are the dying message? I thought these were just frozen icicles that had dropped down.
Sora, we can deduce 2 facts from these icicles. First, the refrigerator's output is set to maximum power. I'm sure you've heard from Monocro, but the refrigerators in our rooms can be set to instant freezing or defrosting modes depending on the output power.
What? That's crazy. Anyway.
This particular refrigerator is set up to instant freezing mode.
I see. I guess the one in my room wasn't cold enough to form icicles.
Second, Kokoro used these icicles to leave a dying message. Sora, take a closer look at them.
On closer inspection, the icicles had small carvings on the lower, wider sides. Are you kidding me? On one side it says F, on the other O. I thought these were just scratches, but they're deliberately engraved by someone. Those must be bigger than they look. I thought they were little tiny icicles.
Yup, and if you look closely, 2 of those 8 icicles are overlapped.
Overlapped?
Well, to be specific, it's more like the longer one had penetrated the smaller one.
Okay.
And the pierced icicle, the smaller one, has not F and O, but F and I engraved on it.
After hearing your words, it does look like that. But how did you know this is the dying message?
I mean, it's obvious. These icicles were lined up in an unnatural way. The refrigerator being on instant freezing mode was suspicious as well.
So what does it mean?
Are you for real? Does a dying message have any other purpose than to point out the killer?
Then, did you find out who's the culprit?
That's... I can't tell you right now. I'm not completely sure. But don't worry. I'll be sure to figure it out before the trial.
This is the dying message? The message that points out to the killer? Although I'm not sure what it means. I can't just leave it all to Kanade. We should figure it out together in the trial. Fi! I know, it's, Fayuki. What? Nobody's here's name starts with F. Whose name even has an F in it? The student handbook? I checked my pockets if it was mine, but mine was safely tucked inside. I think it's probably Kokoro's. Nikkei. That handbook is making things much more complicated. What do you mean? What do you mean? Think about it. Our rooms can only be opened by the owner's handbook. The handbook is inside the room, yet Kokoro was killed inside the room. So the key to the room was inside the room. Oh, that's Sora. A locked room mystery. Yeah, and Kokoro would never open the door if it's not for her meals. So that would mean someone who was here for her food had used the chance to kill Kokoro. That would be impossible. It'd be possible if only one person had visited her, but including Teruya, there was always more than 2 people that visited her at a time. I see. But there are no other ways to enter these rooms, so the only possible time is during mealtime. Nikkei? Maybe if someone had stolen Kokoro's handbook, couldn't they come in whenever they wanted? They could have snatched the handbook while giving Kokoro her food. Then after that, they could have entered the room freely as they pleased. That's not possible either. So, what if they steal it? You can't even turn the handbook on if you don't have the owner's fingerprints. I guess that's why they have the hand detached. Jesus. Even if you happen to leave the handbook still powered on, the handbook automatically turns off after a certain amount of time, so unless you plan to re-enter right after, you won't be able to enter the room. And I thought I solved the mystery. Anyways, if we don't solve the trick behind this locked room mystery, this trial is going to be quite difficult. You can't enter the rooms without the handbook, then how did the culprit enter Kokoro's room? Hello! Oh, Sora, how's the investigation going? You're in the way. Get out of it. Oh, aren't you being too mean to me? Especially when I found a clue just for you. A clue? Yes, take a look at this. What's this? Dry ice? Is there just like every conceivable form of cold in this room? It's an open bag of dry ice. I found it on the floor. Dry ice? So is this how they froze Kokoro? Who knows? But wouldn't it be difficult to freeze someone with just these? You could partially freeze some parts, but this is a solid material. Definitely not enough to completely freeze Kokoro's whole body. But the fact that this open bag exists means that they must have used it one way or another. Perhaps the low temperature of this room is proof of that. What if they froze the lock? Could you do that? Could you freeze the locking mechanism? I don't know. It would definitely be hard to freeze a whole body with just this. So the fact that they exist means they must have been used in one way or another. That's what I just said. Considering the cold air and white mist that were here, there is the possibility that they used it to lower the room temperature. This feels like an important clue. I should write this down. Sora! Oh, come on. You can't flip the text out right before I read it. Sora! I'm the one who found it, so maybe a compliment or thanks or anything at all would be nice, but please just don't ignore me. Mikado was ignored. I think I searched every part of the room. Where should I go next?
Whoa, Sora, what you doing there? Standing still.
I was just wondering where I should investigate next. What about you? Weren't you supposed to guard the crime scene?
I was taking a quick bathroom break. The trial's about to start soon. I wouldn't want to wet my pants during it. So I left the crime scene to Ibiki.
I see. Hey, perfect timing. You over there. Are you talking to me or Roha?
Sora, I think he's calling you.
You, artist, yeah, you, airhead girl.
Me? Airhead? Wait, why me? I think this is the first time you've ever spoken to me.
Doesn't matter who. I'm gonna take a nap in my room for a sec, so wake me up when the trial starts.
What? You're kind of I don't get why you're asking me, or why you're sleeping during the investigation.
If I say so, then do it. Before I do something to your precious life.
Alright, I'll do it.
Shobai, are you out of your mind? Do you even have the thought to investigate? Investigation? Why bother when I already know who done it?
What? You already know who the culprit is? It was such a shock that I... Bathroom!
What do you mean by knowing who done it? The culprit slipped a huge mistake in their words, in front of only me. Wait, why am I telling you this? Anyway, go tell that airhead girl to wake me up later on. If she doesn't, you're next. I will contractually oblige you to menial tasks. What is with him? By the looks of that confidence, it doesn't seem like he's lying. Even if he knows who's the Blacken, that attitude certainly isn't very pleasing. If we try to rely on him, who knows what'll happen. I guess I'll just ignore his words and try to solve this on our own terms.
Sora, how did it go? Wait, where's Shobai?
You went to the bathroom very fast. Also, isn't the bathroom like way down the hall too? Anyway, I don't know the details either. He just left after telling me to ask you to wake him up and left. What?
Unbelievable. I got scared, so I accepted without a thought. But I'm not going. Never. What's with that attitude? Ignoring others as you please.
Wow, Roha. This is the most worked up I think you've ever been. Maybe it'll be better to just leave him here, so he'll be punished to death for not joining the trial.
Sora! Isn't that going a bit too far?
I'm joking. Please don't take that seriously. Anyways, I'm going off to other places now. Goodbye forever.
Okay. I guess I'll return to my post now. See you later.
Poor Iroha. Hey, it's me. Alright, where are we going next? Oh, well, we're not going downstairs, apparently. The ladies' room? Ladies... Never mind. I guess it wasn't that far, to be honest.
Hey, it's me! Whoa, Sora! Good work as usual! Thumbs up!
Am I a Yakuza or something? What's with that greeting? Moreover, Shinji, what are you doing here? This is the door over the... door to the balcony. Oh, the balcony we were on.
Well, when I went jogging this morning, I found something on the balcony, so... I saw something like a white long cloth going towards the balcony, so I thought I'd find something here.
A white and long cloth?
Yeah, but I didn't find anything.
The balcony. Somebody went over the balcony? Why are they doing all this complicated mess? Anyway. Shinji, would it be possible to leave the monocruise through this balcony?
What? Why?
Just in case. The windows are all closed here, so this is the only known way out, other than the main entrance.
But it is quite tall. It might look silly, but the monocruise itself has the proper structure of a regular cruise ship. Even if the sea's below, the water level's quite low, so if you fall into the water's surface, you'll receive at least some bruises.
Then couldn't you use some kind of rope to pull yourself down?
Not rope again. Well, I guess it wouldn't be impossible.
Anyways, thanks. I'll write this down.
It's like Yuri 2 over here.
So a white cloth. I'm just saying, it makes it even more seem like Emma. Anyway, I'll be leaving then. Although I guess anybody could have a white cloth.
Zora, where are you off to?
I already thought about my next destination. A place that came to mind, thanks to you.
Thanks to me?
I hope this investigation goes smooth on your part as well.
Okay, bye.
Are we going to the Monster Museum? Yep. The exhibit. Shinji said that the Ice Woman statue here was broken a few days ago. I don't know if it's because of that, but I felt like something might be here. I guess I was wrong. Excluding the broken ice statue, there wasn't any clues of note. Maybe I don't have any talent in investigation, like Kanade said. Don't listen to her, she's evil. Even if she's not a void, she's still evil. The changing room. Since I'm already here, maybe I'll check this place.
Hey!
Or no.
Hey, it's me. Oh, that scared me.
Huh? Teruya?
Oh, it's you, Sora. You scared me standing in front of the door like that.
Did you go inside the changing room?
Yeah. I was gonna check the items list for the changing room.
I like how I just filled in the blank of, like, waiting for the text with, and that's exactly what he was doing. Item list? What's that?
Well... so you didn't know? It's a checklist of the various items in the room. It's right there on the wall.
So, what about the list?
I just checked it to see if there's anything missing. Well, there weren't any. The item list also exists in other rooms, like the convenience store and the fitness center. Well, it's hard to notice it if you're not paying attention. Anyways, I was checking them one by one. This one's the last one, but there's nothing wrong with it, so that's a relief.
You've been checking all of them one by one?
Yeah, I always do. I'm a merchant. I gotta check my stock.
My god, Teruya. Are you some kind of freak? What?
What? How could you? Actually, as soon as I heard the word killing game, I felt the need to check these every day. I had a hunch that something bad might happen if I don't. I don't know why.
I wonder if there's any point in that. But good work anyways. Nothing's wrong then?
Well, I did find one weird thing.
Something out of the ordinary? Ah. What? I'm so confused.
One of the wigs had some shards or something on it. I don't know where I got those. Maybe I'll just be overly cautious.
I don't know. Is it not? Okay.
It might have no relevance to the case at all. I mean, Kokoro was killed in her room, and would there be any clue way over here? I'm just here to check the items list. Come to think of it, why are you here then?
That's...
Well, I think that was enough time. I will now end the investigation. If you've been busy, you should have plenty of time. You should have had plenty of time to investigate. Everyone, gather immediately to the entrance to the trial grounds on the first floor. If you're late, you'll have a hefty punishment waiting for you.
Gosh, Teruya, I don't think we have any time left to be talking like this.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head to the trial grounds right now.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on, so... I mean, I have some inclinations, but it's not as, like, cut and dry as Yuri's. Which is probably a good thing, anyway. Sora, you're here. Sorry I'm late. Am I in last place again?
No, I was with you, dude.
Nope.
Aroha and Shobai aren't here yet.
What are they doing? They should be well aware of the penalty for being late.
That being said, to come back to this place again...
Tell me about it. We wouldn't be here if there weren't any murders. To think we'd have another victim.
Kokoro.
If Koro isn't here, then we're... Don't worry, sis. I'll take care of everything.
Teruya, you've got plenty of experience in these class trial things, right? I have high expectations for you, okay?
This has nothing to do with experience. I don't have any memories as well. And it might sound a bit irresponsible, but I'm not the brightest person around. Rei, or Mikaru, either way, now she's a girl you can rely on. I was the hero of my game, probably. But I'll do my best. I've changed since then.
Guess who doesn't have high expectations for you? Me! Moreover, what is up with Aroha and Shobai? Why are they so late?
I've got to say, what an unlikely duo.
Iroha's probably off to wake Shobai up.
Wake up? What do you mean?
Well, Shobai said he was going to take a nap until the class trial starts, seeing he has nothing more to investigate.
What? Nothing to investigate? Unbelievable.
How should I say this? He looked pretty relaxed. Says he already figured out who did it.
The culprit? But I don't have a single clue on what happened.
I'm with you, Shinji. Is he thinking that all this, Kokuro's death, is just fun and games? I can't forgive that kind of attitude. Well, there's also the chance he's actually the culprit and he's bluffing. I mean, that he would know the murderer if he was the culprit, right? Whatever the cause may be, he was still napping while everyone is investigating for their lives. It's nothing new. That person was sleeping through the trial last time as well. He's definitely crazy. Dude, not cool.
I made it. I am sorry I'm late.
I'm not. Screw you, Mikado.
You, Shobai! Enough of your arrogant acts! The class trial's not a joke, got it?
We're the last ones here, right? Then let's get moving.
Moving my ass! You always do nothing.
Why are you late, Iroha?
Sorry, Shobai. He isn't the type to easily wake up.
This case is easy anyway. You can take it all by yourselves. I'll need to go over the detail. I need to go over the deals I'll be managing when I get out of this place. I was drinking. Ah! Okay. Calm down, Shinji.
Sora's right. This isn't the first time Shobai's like that. Just ignore him like we do with Mikado.
There was like one frame of Mikado there going like, oh.
But I just can't stand for that kind of attitude.
Shinji, this is the time to keep your head cool. I know it's ironic, but you should like never ever act emotionally and irrationally in the class trials.
Right. If everyone says so, I'll calm down.
True, yeah. Finally, you feel like a true mentor. Is that a compliment?
A bit late because of some students, but we should get things started. Is everything ready? Everyone ready? Everyone, please enter the elevator in front of you and join the trial grounds. I'll be waiting for you there.
So it's starting again.
I'm scared. Don't be afraid. We can't avoid this anyways. And we did what we can. We need to end this by talking about what we investigated.
Yep. When the trial ends, at least one of us won't be here back up again.
Yeah, you guys are right. I said I'm gonna trust you guys again. It's because I trust you that I suspect you. To find the culprit and survive with everyone. Sis, I said you should leave it to me.
Guys, I have a favor to ask of you. It might sound out of place, but I really liked Kokoro. At first, I just wanted to talk to her, but she listened to me and my heart. I want to find the bastard who killed her. Please lend me your strength. I'll lend you my brain strength. No need to be so formal. We all feel the same.
Yep, if we think positively, we can get through anything.
Well, to be serious, if we don't do this, we'll end up being dead meat anyway.
Don't you dare interrupt this touching moment, Mikado. Emma, if Kokoro didn't die, she would definitely have joined us in the end. Because you were there for her.
It's a bit late for that, though. Thank you, everyone. Except you, Nikke, you bastard. Now then, let's put an end to this. There's only trial 2, Taria. Calm down. As Emma said, we all feel the same, except for some. We were able to solve the last trial when it seemed impossible. We can do it again, and that's what we're going to believe. Changing room items list. Added now for some reason. I guess they probably just added it after the text break, which ended up being now. Here goes nothing. I wonder if the program would have allowed you to add items before the end of a text. Anyway, Just like last time, the elevator made an unnerving sound and slowly but surely made its way to the underground. Everyone keeps silent, as if we all agreed to. It was like there was a now unspoken rule that the elevator was a place to silently ready your heart. The elevator descends relentlessly as we pondered these thoughts, and it finally arrived at the class trial. Wah wah.
You've come! I've been waiting!
This place seems different than last time?
It'd be boring if it was the same always, eh? So, for your amusement, I changed up the design. Now it's green.
Amusement? Just how in the world is any of this amusing?
Well then, please take your place where your name is written. It's the same place as last time, you dorks. Assumedly, maybe it's not. You've done this once, so you all know how it goes, right? Now let's start this. A death game where your lives are on the line.
Second class trial. To say that it's okay since we've done it before would be fake. As Monocro said, it's our lives on the line. I'm afraid and nervous. We all are. But Kokoro would have been much more afraid. Afraid and painful. Though it was the same with Yuri, Kokoro was much closer to us than him. Everyone, not just Emma, is in rage. And if we don't find the culprit, we all die. We have to find who did it. To avenge Kokoro's death. To survive. Pow! A trial of life or death. The lie of life or death. The betrayal on life or death. The truth of life or death. The excuse on life or death. To trust on life or death. Jeez. Life or death. The class trial. Oh yeah, I guess that's the first time we've seen Teruya's portrait there. Anyway. So while this is wrapping up, let me give you my final thoughts. So, this murder, the Danganronpa murders always follow a formula, or at least they generally do. Like your first trial is, it's supposed to be someone important dies in an unexpected place. Which I guess that does work for all three of the original Danganronpa games. This one, not so much. Like, Yuri wasn't important to us at all. Even the game knows that. Maybe it was Hajime, like a mastermind dies in trial 1. That's kind of somebody important dying in an unexpected place. But the second trial is always the heart. Like the character everybody, or the person everybody looks up to and or loves ends up dying in this trial. Even though Mahiru is kind of an exception to that, but she was supposed to be the person everybody looks up to and or loves. And it seems like it's fallen right into that role. So I'm wondering if the next few murders will also follow the trend of the double murder and then the suicide and then the, Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. There's links down in the description if you want to watch the whole thing yourself. They're up to like almost chapter 5 now, I think, which is crazy. So definitely go check it out if you just can't wait. And I will see you guys here next time. Bye!